Good morning. Welcome to American Dream Trading's live training. I am your host, Dawn, aka J&J Video Reacts. Normally, Coach Chad Christian would be here. He's a 34-year stock market vet, and he has literally traded in every market condition imaginable, and he's taught us how to do the same thing. This is our live show. We do it every morning from 9 to 11 a.m. I am on live with our Zoom call. Our members can join via Zoom and get trained live every day so that they can ask questions and interact with Coach live. Is everybody there right now? Can we get people say hello to everybody? Good. You said sound is good or no? Awesome. Thank you so much for that. But yeah, so Coach has been trading for 34 years, and the cool thing is he's willing to teach you for free. What I mean by that is we've got a free workshop January 22nd. If you'd like to become a member and test the waters and see what it is, why he's created 16 millionaires. Yes, he's created 16 millionaires. Why there are several hundred people that have retired from their 9 to 5 jobs because of his training, then come join the live workshop, which will be January 22nd at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard. And you can find out for yourself. Um, right now, our man at the helm, Bruno, he's going to share his screen so that we can. In the meantime, as well, we do also have the VIP. So for those of you that are still on the fence with that, the VIP comes with the VIP Gold for your first year, absolutely free. And so does Futures. If you buy a Futures membership, it also comes with a VIP Futures membership free for that first year. So take advantage of that, gang. Let me go ahead and share my screen now. Please make sure you guys are double tapping those screens over there on TikTok. Smash the like button, subscribe. We're trying to get Coach to 20,000 subscribers, and we're just about at 18K. So let's keep doing that and keep moving the chains on that. Let me go ahead and share my screen so we can get. Okay, we'll do. All right. Okay, I clicked it. All right, are we good to go?
Just waiting for it to load up. There's a delay. There we go. You see it? I mean, we got the whole, yeah, that'll work. I mean, you got your Mac widgets on the bottom, but that's gonna be all right. I mean,
Okay.
because when you select the screen share, you should always select like the application instead of the desktop, but that's okay. People can still see that.
Okay, I
So, good
moved it.
morning, everybody. Welcome to American Dream Trading, another live edition. Coach will be out today. He's got some technical issues at home, so we'll be live until roughly around 11 a.m. today. So we were just looking at some of our hot stock picks this morning. Already reviewed it with the team. What to look out for? What are some things that we see as day traders? And using our indicators, our 9 indicators, we can see on the screen EKSOs had some AI news. The 9, the 21, the 55, you see it flowing up nicely with that momentum. So there's still some momentum. And of course, my traders at home or our members, we know that if we're waiting for this, we're going to take it off the 9, right? So it just bounced off the 9 currently on the 1 minute chart that you see in front of you. I just flipped it to a 3 minute. So that is my possible entry. So I'm definitely not going to be taking something at the top, and I'm not buying in at a higher cost. So if I have an opportunity to take it off the 9, of course, being this close to the bell, we got about a minute and a half to the bell. There's going to be some volatility going into that opening bell. So we always got to be careful. So if people were listening, my members, of course, our members, of course, were listening. We would wait for the bounce off the 9 and possibly a support area of 842 so we could see where our previous resistance was to where our support is now. And right now, that should be paying you. If you had, say, just 1,000 shares of that, that is a nice little pop there. So now, what are we looking at here? We have resistance. We had a previous resistance mapped out. So it's going to fight forever to get past that area, of course, but the momentum is there. We always look for, and now we have also, well, the candle just closed a little bit in the bullish area, but we have our candle here that's showing us a, now of course we have 30 seconds left for that candle. If this thing closes with a nice little hammer on top in green format, we know that we potentially might see a little pop here. So especially leading, we got about 40 seconds, no, 20 seconds to the bell. So I'm going to get away from this hot stock pick. I'm not going to stay on here. We're going to look at our bigger ones. We have Apple, AMD, Google, and then SPY, of course. But if for those who are listening, our members that are listening, you're still okay. But again, this candle's got to close a little bit more bullish, and it looks like it's going to be doing that. So market is open, everybody. But just be careful here, because remember, the volatility is going to pour in. So, but you're still in the green light. This is AI related news. So just be careful here. Don't let this whipsaw you back. All right. So clean, concise call outs. Apple's to the upside just broke our pre-market levels. 273.25, 273.50 was our confirmation. I need this candle to close above 273.50. All right, I do not want to see this fall back below 273.50. That's our level that we want to get. All right, so we have our trading view indicators right behind this screen here. I'll leave it up on Webull, even though I will miss out on trading Apple. That's okay, because we got a show to run. So just looking at Apple here first, hold on one second. First 2-minute green EWO on Apple. And like I said, the strength right now is to the upside, showing a lot of momentum here. So if you have call outs, let us know, members, if you see anything running, double tops, double bottoms, kind of like how Coach wants us to also throw those call outs out there as well. Taking a breath. So we see here, longest wicks on top of those candles are the biggest resistance points or biggest rejections. So we got to be cautious with this. This candle's got to close up nice and strong and stay above that 273.50. And moderators, I didn't even ask, but can everybody hear me over on TikTok and YouTube and all the sounds? I'm sure somebody would have said something by now. All right, sweet. So this is not a good sign, right? Definitely not a good sign now. But remember, we sit patient and wait. We don't want to be the guys and gals that buy contracts on a gamma candle, right? So, because you are going to definitely overpay for those contracts. And now, if you didn't listen to the sound of the voice and wait for the confirmation above 273.50, you might be in a world of hurting right now on that one candle pullback, because now your contracts, we'll just say an even number, $3. This drop right here back down to that 273.25. I mean, yes, you have the ability to rebound, no problem, but that's not how you want to be trading. You want the confirmation that it's going to break that pre-market channel and stay above 273.50. Okay. But going back to what I was saying, if this was $3 and this drops back down to 275, 250, and say you had 10 contracts, you're going to be in a world of hurting, and you're going to need this desperately to shoot back up above 273.50 to get you back in the game. You never want to start behind the 8 ball. You want to start ahead of the 8 ball, right? So first 2-minute green is still full effect, but like I said, 273.50, I'm not touching this until I see it above 273.50. I don't want to overpay for my contracts. If anybody's got any call outs, don't be quiet. Yeah, I mean, if you're trading, I understand, but if you're seeing stuff waiting for the right setup, give us a shout. Give us a call out. Let us know.
Google's in a 2-minute to the upside.
Google 2-minute to the upside. Thank you.
Tesla to the downside.
Tesla to the downside. Thank you. Very nice. Broke the pre-market, I'm sure, to the downside. And going back to Google's second green EWO to the upside. We got a level there at that 13 or 317.40. 317.40. I needed to break that as well on the second EWO if you're in the EWO already. So just be cautious here. 321 above that.
SPY is pulling hard to the downside. So is NVIDIA.
SPY, careful with SPY. SPY is now at that bottom there, but yes, it did pull hard to the downside.
CETX to the upside, hot stock pick.
Thank you. Just be careful on SPY. Remember what we know about these double bottoms, right? For my double bottom traders, be careful, please. And that didn't take much to spot that, right? All right, Apple, like I said, now you're in a situation. Let's talk about this for a second. My gold breakout room today. If Maria can cover, great. If not, if she can't, I'll be over there. But remember this. Remember this. This lesson that you're about to learn. All right. So now you're in a world. Now you're in a bigger world of hurt, and now you're gonna have to make a decision. If this breaks the 270-250, which is confirmation to the downside, you shouldn't be holding on to contracts that are calls right now. So you're already all jammed up. And if you're in the Apple chat this morning, I'm sure David would have probably warned everybody ahead of time. So look at your indicators, look at VWAP, look where you're positioned. Would have faked everybody out this morning. I know everyone that's listening in is probably saying, damn, that is right. I got faked out. SPY is still fighting that support area of 687.30. Just happens to be the pre-market to the downside. Our pre-market level 287.30. If I get a clean break of that to the downside to or 687.30, then I can look to enter.
Google pulled back at 317.
Google.
NVIDIA is also pulling.
Yep, 317. 317.70 was the top of the wick. 317.40 is the level. It's okay if you're off a couple of cents, but you're in that ballpark. So, but still an EWO to the upside. So you shouldn't be panicking. Listen to the sound of my voice. EWO is still in full effect. Yes, you're gonna have a breathe back, but is this gonna bounce off of VWAP or stay above VWAP? Until it does that. The next support area, it will be VWAP, but we also have that 315. 315 is your support. SPY is playing hard to get, so be careful, please. I know some people love trading SPY. Tesla still to the downside, EWO to the red to the downside.
Check out NVIDIA. It's also pulling. Hit a new low of the day.
NVIDIA, yep. NVIDIA is a nice stair step on the EWO, also to the downside. Thank you. Apple bounced off of 272.50, 272.50. And my Apple gang, I don't see any trades taken yet. So there's a reason for that, right? $272.50. A nice little bounce at the 200 on the 2-minute. First green EWO, but we're gonna wait, right? Don't let the EWO fool you. Now, of course, an Apple, when things settle down, if they settle down there, the contract prices will also settle down, right? So, but when you're playing with fire, when you're at the 200 and you're at that previous 273.25, So of course, that's a chance a risk to take that you are a first green EWO, but wait for the confirmation of the second green EWO if you don't want to take that chance because you're at the 200 and you're still inside that channel, right? But when things are settled and those gamma candles are no longer present and things kind of settle down, then you're able not to you're not going to afford to, or you're not going to afford it, you're not going to overpay for contracts. You can afford to take a chance sometimes, but 200 273.25 inside the channel, first green is weak as hell. Yeah, I'll go ahead and wait for a second to just see if I can get myself outside of this channel in either direction, right? It doesn't have to be just calls, it could be puts as well, but right now it's the chop zone. So you're getting absolutely destroyed if you're not paying attention.
Yep.
To everything that's being said this morning.
SPY's approaching that bottom of that regression channel, so be careful for a bounce there. I know it looks good to the downside, but be careful.
RWM broke below pre-market level and held.
Thank you.
Where's Nana? Nana, you in here today?
Coach is not here, so she's not interested in us.
That's so messed up, Nana.
I'm just saying.
Messed up.
Bruno called that one.
I'm gonna call podcast Nana and see what she's doing. Second EWO on Apple again, 273.50. I'm patiently waiting. 272.50 is queued up, and I'll wait patiently for it. That strong, nice little strong candle to the upside, which is always a good thing. Remember, these candles, kind of like we did in the in our workshop class, every candle, every green gamma candle can be, or any green candle can be potentially a bullish candle, but is it a bullish pattern or a bullish trend, right? So we're still patiently waiting. We're not going to get suckered into buying in at a high gamma candle. And my Apple gang, they know also, because I see you. I see you. $273.50. I don't want to sound like I'm not taking a breath, but everybody knows $273.50 needs to hold over the channel. David said over the channel. I'm paying attention, David. Don't worry. I'm paying attention. Now we're gonna see where this candle falls or lays. If it closes out, I don't want to get wicked out.
$73.91 is pre-market high. Be a double top.
Thank you. What's it look like? I need a drink of water. Hold on. All right. And I'm back. 273.50.
NVIDIA's at the double bottom.
Sorry, what was the call out? I missed it.
NVIDIA.
Double bottom on
NVIDIA, double
NVIDIA.
bottom.
Thank you.
AMD is making lower lows. It's trying to break. We'll see.
If you notice, I'm not forcing any trades. I know typically coach, he's trading ES and he's scalping it, but I'm not going to force anything, especially on Apple. Way too much chop inside the channel if I am going to trade Apple. But that's how you should be doing it at home. Just not forcing trades just to trade because, oh, look at that green candle. This is it. Don't ignore the other signals, please. What's up, coach? Coach is back. Back again. Shady's back. Tell a friend.
Check, 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 check. Got to be careful with those double bottom call outs. NVIDIA is not a double bottom. That is a micro double bottom. So when you guys are calling these out, a double bottom's going to come off of something major, like either a pre-market low, previous day low, right? Or if it's in the market itself from a previous area. But these little tinies, these are micro double bottoms, meaning it's only a couple candles away from each other, right?
Right.
So you got to be careful because people are going to hear double bottom and they're going to be like NVIDIA long, and it's not. That's not the setup, right? Okay, great.
Were they talking about this right here?
Yeah, they're talking about right now. It just got a 187.50 call out for double bottom. It's not, right?
No, but what I'm saying is this here, this 187.26 from 24-hour trading, this area.
That's correct. Yeah, that'd be closer to it. Yep.
Okay.
So you know what I mean? They'll just start watching this major area. SPY, by the way, crashing completely out. And it has now gone from green to red. Sorry, I can't get in the live right now because I keep getting asked a million stupid things.
All right. Apple's still on the chop zone, choppy chop inside the pre-market channel.
By the way, Coach, hey, thanks for clearing that up. I got pulled on that one as well. Thank you.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, the A plus setups are typically going to come off of pre-market low, right? Pre-market high, previous day low, previous day high, or a major area in the open of the day, right?
Yes, sir. Spies bounced off that 680, 687 multiple times.
Yep, and look at it pop.
By the way, that was news related. 9:45, we had some economic data numbers coming out.
Yep,
How
did you
about
guys see that?
I hope you
Huge
guys
pop.
had your stop losses in place. That's exactly what they're there for.
And we reviewed that this morning, so you should have written down those times. And the live just ended on TikTok, by the way.
Yeah, are you streaming it through your OBS or TikTok Studio?
No, she's doing it through Restream.
That's why it doesn't work, because the problem is it pops up with like slide this puzzle piece, and since you don't know it exists, it'll kick you off. So Restream does not work for TikTok.
Yeah,
You have to have the studio running, otherwise you don't know when it's going to kill the stream.
She's got Studio downloaded.
Okay.
We just have to get her logged in.
Gotcha.
'cause, you know, that's a
Okay.
process.
Yeah, it's like I said, Restream will not work with it.
You know I'm not the techie, so.
That's all right. Bruno or somebody can remote in. We'll get you fixed today. All right, I got to fly, gang. See ya.
See it.
All right, pushing it back to TikTok now.
Man, did you see
That's
that
the good-
pop on SPY? What the hell?
Yeah.
I hate guessing bottoms, but it looks like NVIDIA is definitely doing no, disregard. NVIDIA is
So
put
yeah,
reverse.
Chicago PMI numbers came out much higher than forecasted, 43.5 at 9:45. So I have a good feeling that will also do it too. So forecasted prior was 36.3, actual is 43.5. So much better than actual forecasted and prior. So it's gonna happen, right? So, and now Apple's back up of it again, 42.73.50. Still no trades, by the way, on Apple gangland over there. All right. Still waiting for Apple. Come on, Apple. SPY, what a candle.
Yeah, that thing is just flying.
Don't be that person, though. Please don't be that person. Never buy into a gamma candle, please. All right, we have our indicators kind of, EWO is still intact, but we are now setting ourselves up here. All right. I'm still waiting because I kind of don't like the rejection, but it did hold 273.50. So I just want to make sure that it doesn't fall dip down below it again. So
Bruno, we had the 9:45 PMI from Chicago News. That's why.
that is correct.
Ah, that's why the pop.
He must have just joined us. I know it. I could tell. Or that, or his speakers were turned off. Just saying.
You get the feeling he just said that a few minutes ago?
A few seconds ago? Yeah.
Easy, Bruno.
Wasn't paying attention to you. Sorry.
Oh, damn. He just slapped me across the room. Okay. He had his speakers turned off. I can tell. All right, Apple. You still playing this game?
Can you guys elaborate a little bit on your Apple, what you're kind of holding on to or looking at? You keep talking about 273.
273.25 is our pre-market level. Our confirmation to the upside was 273.50. So chances are, not even chances, but if he's mapping out previous support and resistance, it just happens to line up where you're inside that pre-market channel. So you're looking for the breakout. So the breakout is above, the confirmation is 273.50. So I need it to hold above 273.50 before even thinking about touching it to the upside. And the same would apply to 272.50 as your confirmation to the downside. And then that's just a piece, that's one piece of the puzzle. The other piece is, am I above VWAP? Or my indicators kind of trailing in the right direction? Do I have the 921.55 kind of lined up? Right at this moment, I do. But they're still like right at VWAP. So it's not like it's above VWAP. It's moving in the right direction, but I'm still patiently waiting for it. And the candle did hold or close above 273.50, but it kind of is just kind of stuck there, and it's kind of inside of that channel. It's still on the upper part, and then we have the lower part of the channel and in the middle of the channel, right? So we're kind of just, if you notice, if you're in the Apple chat, nobody's posting that they've taken a trade, right? So everybody's patiently waiting for the breakout. So when we say those numbers of confirmations is because I want to see it above the 273.25, but confirmation would say get me above 273.50 and hold it with conviction and strong strength to the upside. Hanging out and teetering at 273.50 and slightly above it is not going to be it. And somebody said before, previous pre-market high was 273.75 on top of that. And then previous day, you see this traffic here, it kind of couldn't go any further above that. So Apple might play this game. They might stay within this price range of previous day. It might break out, but we're waiting for that confirmation.
So then you want to try to get in at your 273.50 around there, between the 274 and the 273.50. If it's starting to move up, that's when you want to get into for cheaper contracts, right? Good. Yeah.
Well, the cheaper contracts part is that candle right there that has the super trend activation. Let me just make sure is 13. Yeah, 13.2. So the candle right here, if I would have bought in at the top of this candle saying this is it, this is the green light, and I didn't wait for the signal or confirmation above 273.50, then I would have overpaid, and now I would have been in a situation where I'm either green, I was slightly, not slightly green, but break even or slightly red, or, depending on how many contracts you have, you can be down a couple hundred bucks on this move. If I buy in at that candle, because like I see the green candle, I'm hypnotized, and I have the deer in the headlights look, and I go in and I buy a contract on that candle, I'm gonna jack myself up. Now, of course, when David's making these trades, he might be buying 5 contracts at a time, and he might be buying at different price points, but he's definitely not trying to buy at the top of those candles, because if you do that, then you're going to jack yourself up. We talk about that all the time.
Thank you.
Don't forget to smash the like button, everybody. Double tap the screens. Try to get Coach to 100,000 likes over there. Are we even on TikTok?
We're on, yeah, we're back on TikTok.
Okay.
Is the SPY at the double top, Bruno?
SPY is at the double top from the pre-market, yes. And the same principle applies to SPY, right? If you're doing, say, an EWO, like these candles came really fast, right? The news broke, the economic calendar released the news for the Chicago PMI, and then you had these two aggressive candles. So when you get the 2-minute EWO, you're now at the top. And this is a good example right here that you want to, pay attention to. If you're at the top of the pre-market channel, the same thing applies with SPY when you're trading a 2-minute EWO, is you're looking for those breaks of, now this one is 688.15. I might have had 688 because I'm on the paper trading side, but I might have had 688. But 688 is right here, right where my cursor is. So if I see a 2-minute AWO and now I'm at the top of resistance, I might need, the same thing applies. I might need the break of 688 and possibly 688.15 for like that confirmation level. So you're not, it's just, now it broke, and with conviction. So now, and by the time that candle goes, you're still fumbling through the keys, and that's okay. I got a little, I need some hydration in my throat here soon. 688 and 688.15, but 2-minute EWO was in full swing. Yes, you could have got in on the second bar, but like I said, if you reach a point of resistance, you got to be able to understand that that's going to happen and not freak yourself out and be able to sit strong in this. Now, of course, if we say double top pre-market, sure, and then everybody tries to short it, with the news that just broke, because news will override any double tops or any triple tops or any double, triple, whatever you see. If the news is good enough, you might see where it's not going to respect the double top, whether it's the pre-market or a true double top, micro double top, or double bottom. Those things you need to be in the back of your mind. You can't just willy-nilly just take a trade off of a double top if the market got positive news and there's good market sentiment to the upside. Okay. Now, by explaining all that, Apple, I missed that, but I'll just keep talking and not take any trades. But let's see, market, Apple, going back to Apple. Now Apple's above that 273.50. So lo and behold, what do we see in the Apple gang or Apple chat? There is a trade taken. Okay, so the trade has been set, but of course, me explaining SPY, I missed that opportunity, and that's okay. But yeah, so you see what I'm saying versus what we see in the Apple chat. We see that we're above 273.50. So this might be now, of course, the volume might not all come in at once, and this might be a slow burner for the next couple of hours. We might have some levels being broken to the upside, but this might be the one that you have to wait patiently. And now if it dips below 273.50, it's not a good sign. But we're above 273.50. We held it, we closed it, and now we're trying to shoot for a new high of day. 274.08 is new high of day.
Hey, shift change 2 minutes.
Thank you. Shift change just means that there's potential for a shift of or a burst of volume coming into the market. So when you hear shift change at 10, that's what that means. David is shaving as he went into 60 contracts, but he is shaving along the way. So he's going to be cautious too. So now SPY 688.15 first. I would like to see it hold there. The next one below that is about 687.85. 687.85. I'd like to see it hold above that as well.
Again, don't forget to double tap those screens.
And over on TikTok, we're really not trading crypto, but if you'd like to tell us anyway, we'll definitely see your comment. But this is not a crypto trading live stream. It's more of stocks and options. But I know everybody likes to talk about crypto, so.
It's Chris and Bucko's fault.
I don't see Bucko here today, so Bucko hit the snooze button. He's sleeping. And for those also viewing at home, you get a live look also because this is directly from our Zoom call. So you'll see the chat pop up as well when people are commenting. You see there's 268 people on our Zoom call right now. And for Apple, 273. Now the opposite happens, right? 273.50. If it does not hold here, it is going to get weaker and weaker. And we're back in the channel. So that would be interesting to see how that plays out in the Apple chat. But remember, within that ballpark, dips down below, slightly below it, you're still in that area. But you cannot have candles closing and opening up back into that channel, into that pre-market channel. So, all right. AMD is now on a double bottom. We'll say 214.70. 214.70 is the actual bottom from today. 214.67 was low of day. Tesla. Somebody say Tesla was crashing out. No, that was SPY. Never mind. So Coach might have not known about that economic information that was going to get released. So it's going to happen. Google, IWM. So far, a lot of chop in some of these stocks like Netflix, IWM now also AMD, but AMD double bottom.
I'm all the way out of puts on NVIDIA, setting up to flip the script.
On NVIDIA, you said?
10-4, sir.
Yeah, but remember, you got your bottom there on NVIDIA.
Yep. Yeah, so like I'm not buying into puts just because it's moved $2. It's kind of what I'm saying. Like I'm waiting for my indicators to set up back to the upside.
Okay.
That's my next plan. That's my next thought.
Yeah, it might take you a little bit. Go ahead, Don.
I was just saying, is that Trent?
It is, yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you for hanging out last night, bud. That was fun.
Oh, 10-4. I had a blast, Miss Dawn.
That is awesome. James got everybody calling me Miss Dawn. It's like, can we get back to Dawn?
Apple,
like I'm
if it breaks
75 years old.
Yeah, if Apple if it breaks VWAP, David has already said that will be his out. So it happens to be around 2273.25. Still no trades for me though.
Good for you, Bruno. Way to go, man.
I mean,
that's that discipline.
Scalper. If you're a scalper, I mean, yeah, you could trade, but
if you're not, stay out of it because chop will eat up your account.
Same thing for Eric as well. No trades for him. 1,600 likes on TikTok. These guys are slacking over there. Only 60 viewers. I guess they don't like the sound of my voice or your voice, Dawn.
Oh, I'm hurt.
They said, Coach ain't here. I'm not interested. That's what they said. Thanks, guys and gals. Appreciate y'all.
But we love you guys.
We'll still love you. Don't worry. All right. While we wait for that, remember if you'd like to join us for free, americandreamtrading.com. You can sign up for our free Discord as well. We have a free workshop class January 22nd at 4 p.m. Eastern. That is going to be open to anyone who wants to join us. You can go over to that website and click on that icon, and Apple just broke VWAP.
Excellent opportunity for beginners to get in and learn day trading right from the basics level.
That is correct. AMD, again, double bottom from the market, live market. NVIDIA as well, by the way. And the live has ended over on TikTok.
Wow, that's crazy.
Bringing it back up. Apple.
TikTok's down again.
Yeah, I just repushed it.
I'll get back in there.
Yep.
Sorry on that key up. That was just bad timing on my side. Yeah, NVIDIA, I'm thinking NVIDIA is about cellared out. So, yeah, I'm definitely going to wait on the next setup. That's the best thing I think I can do moving forward.
That's fine. That's fine. Nothing wrong with that. Question is Apple going to hit a double bottom? That is the question.
Spice, they're stepping to the downside.
Thank you.
I think you would call that a double bottom on Apple, but there was a lot of traffic in pre-market at the level that it just tapped off of.
Are you talking 272.47?
272.47, yeah. But yes, he is correct. Just a whole lot of chop. So because remember, we would like preferably to see a stock kind of go down to a certain range, right? And not just inside of this chop area. But it's still, we still can't ignore the fact that it's there. So although if you want to call it, I mean, I personally would still call it a double bottom, but if I have like a nice downward move and then it finds a bottom, comes back up and then comes back down, then you have your double bottom situation. Oh, so
Say it may shove down, but it's about 45 minutes, 30, 45 minutes after the market's opened. It's about that sweet spot where it likes to kind of turn around. You know what I mean?
yes, sir.
So I'm not saying one way or the other, but personally, if I've been holding on to puts, hoping for a double bottom, this is about as close as I would get personally.
And we're back on TikTok.
Sweet.
Yeah, Ross, we know. Just we're running it through a different software instead of TikTok Studio, so it might require a puzzle piece. So they haven't figured that out yet. Restream, I guess. So we will have to try to get a TikTok Studio running independently. I still think that puzzle piece thing, I think it comes up on TikTok Studio as well. So thank you. Got it. It wants you, and meanwhile, I see streamers going for like 16 hours straight, just either sleeping in bed or doing weird stuff, and I don't know how they get past the puzzle.
I have no
It just
idea.
keeps going. Apple, say the downside right now. We will keep monitoring TikTok. If you guys have any questions, let us know. Just don't be facetious.
NVIDIA's testing at 187.15 again.
And NVIDIA? Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. NVIDIA.
Mia said Apple on the 1 minute VWAP. Apple off of VWAP 1 minute, stopped out. All right. To the downside, that is, right? Broke the 200 as well. See, I'm still would still wait to see if this is gonna find support 270, 250, even though I could play puts to the downside. Because now we have a flip of our momentum, our indicators as well. But we're below VWAP, below the 200. Now we're on a second ready WO. I could also do puts to the downside and then watch what it does at support. But if I already missed, I mean, it's still there. I'm still okay to get in, but if 270, 250 is going to be a concern, I don't want people to make trades this close to support. So, but for shits and giggles, ooh, he said shit. Just for shits and giggles. I'll watch what these contracts do. We'll leave the price up. See how they behave. But you notice there's little moments of bursts that happen and candle movement, but when the candles are not really moving, it takes a while for your profits to start stacking up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Eric called out 272.47 and 272.80 break and hold on Apple.
CETX working on a small cup and handle.
CETX still in the groove. That was one of our hot stock picks this morning. Thank you for that call out.
There's only $50 right there. And you notice the difference in the price contract pricing and how profitable you can be when, yes, the candles are still moving to the downside, but not with a very rapid pace, right? So our contracts are not really reflecting that in our profits or even our losses. So it allows you to kind of, gives you a little bit of breathing room because it's not violently going against you. But at the same time, the goal is to make money, right? So if you're trying to make something, you need some really good substantial candle movement. Right now I'm teetering back and forth between profitable and break even, as you can see on the screen. And there is a delay on TikTok, and there won't be a delay on the Zoom call. There we go. So now, just as a safety precaution, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of 50 right there. All right, because I'm reaching a support area. I haven't set a stop yet, which I could, and I should. As a matter of fact, let me go ahead and do that now. I'll do my sell stop in.
SPY hit a new low of day just now.
Thank you, and I'm going to go ahead and move my stop up a little bit closer. So it gives me about 33-cent range, just in case as a precaution, right? But I have to remember to cancel the stop if this does break Apple here, which is still to the downside. Once I'm clear of it and I have a clean break of that support area, then I can go and look to possibly get rid of just a tiny bit. I'm not going to go crazy this time and get rid of another half, but I can end up taking maybe 5 off the table if I can get a clean break. Now it would be nuts to ignore this support area, of course, but let's see if we can get the break. And for demonstration purposes, we'll see if we can turn this into a profitable trade with a clean break if it does break here. But the EWO is still showing strength to the downside, right? So right now on my screen, and it will show you here shortly on TikTok, we have 3 red, green, 3 red. Now we have 4 red on TikTok, 4 red bars, nice stair step to the downside. We got a nice clear break of the 9, the 21 is pointing. We're below VWAP, we're below the 200. So these are all things you should be, going through your mind. This is like, well, I'm to the downside right now. But like I said, if I ignore that this could be potential support, and for my other scalpers that are possibly thinking about taking a bounce off of here, off of support, it's a possibility, right? But it's not a bounce and go all the way back up to 273.75 or in that area, in that range. But we got to trade the trade and possibly capitalize on those bounces if we can take them. Right now I'm down $75. I locked in some profit before. Now I'm down $100. And like I said, if it's an EWO play, you have to be able to sweat it out a little bit. If this comes back up to VWAP might be my out, right? And of course, that would most likely make me red for the trade. But I'm going to see what it's going to do here if we get a nice, decent bounce here and back up to the 200 and VWAP. Now, this is a 2-minute.
Double bottom.
SPY double bottom, you said?
Yes.
Thank you. Go back over and show you. Yep. Bottom from that news related event that popped it back up. Thank you. Now I'm down 375. Do I have enough here to get me to VWAP? Now you never want to slide your stop down, but I'm gonna just put it at 250. I think 250 will probably put me at VWAP right there. Let me see. That was the put side. That was the run. Yep, that should put me at VWAP. So 250. Never want to slide your stop up, but make sure you set it correctly. So if VWAP, like Coach has mentioned before, you might not necessarily be using an ATR to get the range for the stock, but if I know VWAP could be a potential resistance point, I might want to have my stop at VWAP, well, slightly above VWAP, right? So going back to this, we have my stop in place. I'll leave this chart up here at the bottom. You'll see it on TikTok here shortly because there is a delay. And for my double bottom scalpers, these guys saw the writing on the wall. Double bottom bounce. Collect that money when you can. Damn, there is a massive delay on TikTok. Now it just updated. I'm already showing one slight red candle after that second green candle bounce. My scalpers. Let me know.
Yeah, it's not much of a bounce.
Not much of a bounce, but still money to be made. But yes, not much of a bounce.
SPY new low of day.
SPY new low of day. Thank you. Overall market is red for the day from previous close. The only one that's really green on my list is Soxol. but the overall market is still green, or sorry, still red. So I think I had to stop at 260. It would have kept me in the game still, but I just wanted to be safe. A little bit lower, 250 is fine. That's still 33 cents. And that's an observation you make, right? So if your stop is too tight, then you can end up, screwing yourself out of a trade and not letting the trade kind of do its thing. So since it wasn't really that big of a bounce, we'll see here if it's going to continue back and reject it off the 9. Let's see if it stay below the 9 and then push you back down to that 270, 250. And of course, everything we do here at American Dream Trading is for training and educational purposes only, not financial, tax, or investing advice. So please, please, please do not use real money. Always protect your assets with a stop. And I want to make sure people make trades that they're protecting themselves. So, and we're back in the game, folks. Back in the game. Patience, Danielson, patience. All this silence must mean you guys are making bank. Or you're having me muted and you're not listening to me. That's okay. It's all good.
We're all listening
for the day, Bruno. Just monitoring YouTube.
I will be.
New member signed over to Discord.
I will be harping on that for the rest of the day. Thanks, guys. Thanks,
Heard
guys
you
and
that
gals.
time.
Thanks, guys and gals.
We love you, Bruno.
So we see the contracts are moving slowly, right? Even though the candle kind of gave you a nice little push back down. So we're going to see here. I mean, paper trading might be a little funky sometimes, but I'm not going to be in a rush to move my stop just yet. But I'm definitely a retest that fast to the downside is always a good thing if you're in puts. But of course, my scalpers, you capitalize on that 2 candle scalp. That's fine. But you knew what you were doing, right? You knew that you're not going to see a massive pop back to the upside. You're going to take it in small strides and take the green when you can on scalping, right? I don't want people to scalp and then think that I'm in an EWO play to the upside when you're still red to the downside. It is taking forever for that contract to update their pricing, man. But it's going to move here slowly.
Hot stock pick INTC to the upside.
Hey. INTC. Intel, baby. Baby. There it is. It just updated. 292. I'm back in the green. Let's see if it keeps this momentum going. $125. Stop is still in place. We're just going to let this thing figure itself out. I'm not going to move this. If I get a clean break of this to the downside on Apple, again, retest back to the downside. A fast retest. You're not going to treat this as a double bottom, right? Or a double bottom bounce. Now you're looking for a break to the downside. It could very well bounce, but I got to be cautious here. I got to be cautious. And the live just ended again.
TikTok down again.
I got it. I'll bring it back up. Don't worry. I'm watching it. Today I'm on it. The other days, maybe not so much. All right, give it a few minutes. All right, Apple, what you want to do? Dawn, are you trading, Dawn? Are you trading, Dawn?
Yeah. Yeah.
Take the mic for a second. I just gotta look at something real quick. I don't want to have just dead silence. Just give me a sec. I want to look at something.
No, you're good.
Still waiting for Apple. Still in the trade. Still waiting for Apple to break. Stop is set. I'm just waiting for it to play out.
Looking at IWM M2K, it's, if you take a look at Bruno's chart, it's pretty much just like how SPY is. It's choppy. It obviously is weak to the downside, but it is finding double bottoms and keeps bouncing off that support. So if you're looking to get in, if you're already in it and you're in a 2-minute EWO, you're good to the downside. It's never told you to get out of that. But if you're looking for an entry, you want to wait for a break and hold of this area. You don't want to try to get in while it's still trying to figure out if it wants to stay to the downside.
Another retest there on Apple. Guys, don't be thinking about going long, please. At least my experience with it just keeps coming back down to retest, man. That thing needs to break or wants to break. So just be careful. Pressure to the downside. David is still in puts. He's got 16 left. Neo, new high of day. Michael Barish and Victoriano in the chat. Good work, gentlemen.
Victoriano, man, I was just saying this, man. I got to give it up to him. We thought, David was the Apple whisperer. Well, then he is the Neo whisperer. He is so loyal to that stock and is watching it and the ebbs and flows for the past couple years now. So shout out to you,
What's
Victoriano.
Apple doing?
Yeah,
What's Apple doing, y'all? Good job, Victoriano.
Thank you, everyone. Don, Bruno, you guys are inspiration to me and the whole group. Thank you. You are the fuel for my movement. Thank you.
Listen, we're not high crazy energy up in here on these lives, but sometimes we just like to be mellow and look
Different
through the trades and
styles.
see what things are doing.
Different styles. Everybody can't be Coach or Mark. You know what I mean? Different styles. That's what I love about American Dream Trading. We are a melting pot of different types of people and traders, and we are all coming together for one common goal: help everybody get paid in here and learn the right way.
All right. So TikTok universe, you'll see that break here shortly. It is delayed. It wouldn't be delayed on the Zoom call, by the way. So it might be interesting in setting up yourself with a membership. So setting yourself up with something real nice. Here, I'm getting my energy back.
Uh-oh.
Hey, you'll see it here shortly. Yeah.
We got a good special going on. You want to hear about it?
Yeah. What's the special?
Well, if you buy our VIP membership, your first year of VIP Gold with that is absolutely free for that first year. So that gives you a lot more training, a lot more access to the Zoom rooms that we have, the workshop classes, and also if you have wanted to try futures, same deal. If you buy a futures membership for the annual, your first year, you're going to get the futures VIP for free.
Is anybody else's TikTok screen frozen? Just let me know, because that damn thing hasn't broke the bottom yet on Apple on TikTok, so I don't know what the deal is. Now it just updated. It's like updating slowly. It's weird.
Yeah, it's like it's lagging real bad from what I can see.
Yeah. That sucks. Well, that sucks. We just never gonna get it. We're never gonna get it. 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 Whoa, 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 whoa.
Actually, what I was thinking about this morning, Bruno, was the my wife loves that movie. What's it? The girls singing.
You gotta be a little bit more
acapella.
Keep going.
Pitch Perfect.
Oh, okay.
Trying to do the 1, 2, 3. Why can't we just figure this out? All right, fine. I guess you'd have to see it.
Yeah,
I've never seen that.
This is nuts, TikTok. I don't know what it's doing, but that screen is frozen. Can somebody check YouTube, see if it's the same thing? I want to see if it's a system thing or a TikTok thing. Remember, you can always join us on YouTube where we don't have these issues of the stream going down. Apple, you sweating right now? You guys sweating? Because I ain't sweating. I ain't sweating.
He is a cool cucumber.
It's not a whole lot of volume. I mean, it doesn't feel like a lot of volatility. I mean, the volume is only at 4 mil. Average is about 45 mil for the day. So still, it's if it makes sense, it's low volume, but it's not a whole lot of candle movement, right? But I'm still sitting okay in the trade because it's still respecting the 9 and the 21. The 21 is not even a play in factor yet. So, but I still already identified my structures, right? So if I have these mapped out around 273, then we're going to start to get uncomfortable if we break above 273. But right now we're still comfortable. And TikTok, I'm sorry you can't see the screen update in real time.
I use it all the time. Yeah. Hey, well, you're just saying that, sorry.
Yeah.
No.
Watch your mics.
Yep. I agree. I see it all the time too. So the first one is around 270, 275. We start to get a little squeamish, but then 273, it's like, oh man, now we're starting to break all these structures back to the upside. David's got 5 left on the put side. He said we'll cut runners if it 270, 275 is how he wants to play it. So 270, 275, if it breaks above that, he'll cut the runners. And there's probably a reason behind that. He could tell me later, because I know the first trade, that upside trade, the one that got above the 273.50, there was some that were slightly, or I say slightly red, but at that size, slightly red might mean differently for a bunch of people, but here I'm sure he already locked some in, right? So
I have got to step out for a quick second. Be right back.
EKSO lay call. He's just going to call it out. 270, 275 here on Apple. Now we're starting to see that slight curl back on the 9. But again, if you're a long-term EWO player, now I'm negative 25, right? So I can exit my whole thing if it breaks above 272 or 273. But 270, 275, I can minimize the damages and take some of that profit home that I made earlier by shaving the 50%. But I'm still okay. But if I'm starting to get uncomfortable and it starts to consolidate here and it starts to build up strength, then I might look to be shaving some of this and get rid of some of these contracts, at least to minimize the loss if this does start to reverse back to the upside. As a matter of fact, if I can see a nice little push back down, I might start shaving some of this off, just a little bit, not go crazy, but just a little bit, just a little something.
Hey, Bruno.
Yeah.
Getting a bit of a crackling, like bone speaker noise on YouTube.
Crackling?
Yeah. Maybe just a connection, or
Is it coming from me or is it coming from the stream? Or I mean, it's hard to tell, but
whenever you're talking, it sounds like I'm listening to a blown speaker.
let me listen.
Speaker.
Crackling?
Yeah.
I'm listening.
Maybe just a connection, or
Is it coming from me or is it coming from the stream? Oh, that might be something with her system as well. Like if there's it makes sense because there's a lag on TikTok and lags are normally associated with those little bleeps and they're like blip, blip, yep, yep. It's kind of like maybe it's struggling. Maybe.
Okay, that's kind of what I thought. I was hearing it myself, and a couple other people have said something. So
yeah. Feedback. Somebody said feedback.
Yeah.
Oh man, the struggles.
Hey, TikTok screen's moving.
Yeah, I see it. Yeah, that might be a system thing then. That definitely might be a system thing, Dawn. I mean, we are doing, but then again, she's using Restream. But then again, if she's got like a bunch of applications open, a lot of resources might be getting sucked out of that. So,
Do you hear that, Don? He's blaming it on you.
Listen, if the shoe fits, wear it, right? So Apple 273, I'll be out of this if it breaks above 273. But right now I'm still holding on for dear life. Stop hasn't been touched. I'm saying if the system's having a little bit of an issue. Now the screen's moving, by the way. TikTok can see it. I don't know. Maybe I'm just gonna have to go to Maryland and hang out with Dawn for the day. Just get rid of that damn cat while I'm there, because then I'll be breaking out in hives. Now you got two cats? Oh man. Oh man. All right, Apple. Apple's trying to build up this momentum here and this strength.
EKSO is holding to the upside. We'll resume in about 10 seconds. Hot stock pick.
EKSO.
Hot stock pick.
Thank you, Mr. Michael. Well, the good news is I can hold on to my buying power for that 2:00 FOMC meeting minutes, or FOMC minutes, I should say, not meeting, but they open up their mouth and maybe we get some volatility in the market. Maybe might be able to capitalize on that.
Okay, so it is just the minutes today. Because somebody was asking about the FOC meeting, I'm like, the next meeting's not till January.
It's the minutes. That's why I corrected myself. I'm in the habit of saying FOMC meeting, but it's the minutes.
Oh, all right. Well, I just got to keep on your toes, Bruno.
Yep.
Bruno, can I ask a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, when you're in TradingView, is there a way to, if I don't have the turbo keys, like I have interactive brokers, is there a way I can enter the order to buy and then I instantly have a stop show up? Like I have my stop so many ticks behind or whatever.
For TradingView, now I don't have interactive brokers, but I'm assuming you're saying about the trade panel on TradingView.
Yeah, I was trying to see the quickest way to do that. I guess I could use the trade panel. Is that the best way to do it?
Yeah, I think it gives you the trade panel for TradingView. It doesn't give you. I mean, I've never linked interactive brokers to this, but if somebody does have interactive brokers that wants to let me know if there is a
It's in the trading panel. I just didn't know if there's like a quicker way to do it, you know?
Yeah, I'll get back to you. I'll look it up so I'm not doing it on the live and
Yeah. I'll check it
because
later.
I have to link my Weeble to this and then I'll pull up the trading panel. But I got your name. I'll circle back with you.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yep. So 273 on Apple, still holding on for dear life. Negative $50. And the live just ended on TikTok. All right. We'll bring it back up. Still overall pattern, right? For my Zoom users. Identify this was a nice run. Identify maybe here. So these are my major levels, and then there's one in the middle here because this was previous resistance as well and support. So we might have 273.25, 273, 273.25, and then 272.50 is the bottom. But this is how I'm able to kind of hold on a little bit longer. I'm only down $25. I locked in half. I think it was at $400. So I locked in $200 in profit. So I have a little bit of wiggle room to break even, but I don't want to see this kind of find support sooner. So once I've assessed that here are the lower lows of that session, but if this doesn't come back down and continue and it starts to find out new higher lows, then I'm in a situation where it can slowly play out this way, right? So I got to be careful. If I see a nice little pullback, then it's still in play. But if I start to see now it finds support sooner, now I'm still going to stick to the 273 as being my out. But this is how I break it down, right? So just by looking at the overall bigger picture, and of course our support and resistance. But if this also comes back down here to retest again, then I might take 5 off the table, right? I'm going to shave some and I'm going to stick to it. I'm going to shave some right now. Cuz I want to keep locking in profit, and if it pulls back down to 2, and now I'm still intact, but then somebody would say, "Well, Bruno, if you know this is going to pull back and the trend is still completing to the downside, even though there's still little bursts of upside potential, there's 250 right there." Like what I was saying before is like, well, why wouldn't you just hold on to all 25? But I don't want to be in a situation where it keeps finding resist or support down here, and then eventually later in the day it gets, we start going into 11, 12 o'clock, and then all of a sudden the stock wants to come back up to the upside, right? So all right, let me stop talking and take this. Take at least 5 off the table, right? Here's 425 right there. But you see the patience though, like this is how I would trade with regular money. There's got to be patience. If you're too anxious and you're too scared, this is going to freak you out. And then you saw that I went down 50, 75, $100, and now 5 are off the table, by the way. Then you're never gonna let it. I mean, you're never gonna let it kind of do its thing. And it sounds funny saying that, but that's ultimately, you might know how to put the trade in, but now you got to really dial it in and not force trades, but not also force your way out of something, right? So now I'm still up. That's $300 right there. But now I have to say, okay, well, I'm kind of in this area here, so I'm just going to let it do its thing. There we go, little fellow. Now I want to know from my members how many people were trying to write calls to the upside and stay in it longer. Scalping is not really what I'm asking for. I'm talking about how many people were saying to themselves and not listening, or turned off the speakers, or tuned me out and said, "Oh, this might be calls right now. Let me go calls." How many people ignored everything that I was saying? I'll take silence as confirmation. Man, these guys are just dry today. Dry. Come on, people. Talk to me. Talk to me. Talk to me. Because later I'm not going to talk to you.
Hey, Bruno, I didn't do the call side, but I had my stops set way too tight.
Too tight. Yeah. So now you know. Give it. Remember, I said I'm gonna put the stop somewhere around VWAP, and you saw me move it and never move it down. But if you're repositioning it or setting it, and you know you were too tight, and it's okay to reposition it where you're maybe at VWAP, right? So let me shut up for a second. I'm gonna do another. Maybe yeah. I'll do another 5. David is doing one at a time now. David doesn't have 15 left, but maybe I should heed the warning. Is David trying to tell me something? He's down to 3, but then again, he's got one-on-ones he's got to do, so he might leave a couple with a stop. I'm gonna just not really what I'd like to do with a green candle like that, but I'm gonna take another 5 off, leave 10. Now I'm just keep locking it in. Micro bottom, maybe double bottom, micro bottom.
Would it be better for you to look left too?
What's that?
Oh, I thought you were gonna look left. That's what I was thinking.
No, I got enough information. I got enough information what I need to know, right? Let me get rid of this line here. Hold on. Yeah, I got enough. I got enough information. All right, I got the last 10. I'm gonna go ahead and set the stop. And then I'm gonna move it back where I had it before, around VWAP. So we're gonna say roughly around 265. 265 would put me right there. So there you go. Stops in place. I'm not going to move it up to break even. I mean, I could technically if I want to just keep the amount of money, keep the profit I did. So let me move it. I'll move it to 275. How's that? But I'm at 295 right now. 283 was the cost, but I'm up about 12 cents. 12 cents on a share. Rafik 43535 on TikTok. Say my question is, when I try to open a different time frame in TradingView, it opens in almost straight. I don't understand what that means. It opens in almost straight. It opens properly on the 1-day time frame, but I can't open it in the 1 minute. Well, you have, if you look at the top now, I don't know if you're using the app or if you're using the browser. But if you open it at the top, there should be different time frames. So if this is the daily on Apple, which you see here momentarily on the screen. So if you don't have 1 minute, you have to go to the drop down and then star all the minutes that you need, or add the range. There's at the bottom, there's an ability to add it, or actually at the top, add custom interval. But 1 minute should be defaulted in here. You just need to star it, and then it'll show up at the top, and then you flip it to 1 minute. And this is the daily on Apple. And then 1 minute time frame. So hopefully that answers your question. If not, then I really didn't. I might have not understood what you were saying, but hopefully that is it. Now everybody has full authority to smack me for 25 contracts to the downside if this does break this bottom here, but it's okay. I ain't gonna be greedy. It's slow moving. Slow moving. Slow moving. It's like watching the paint dry. But sometimes these are good trades to kind of build patience in a way. That was a strong little pop. 1050. We have any news? because that was a whole lot of volume came in. Maybe me shaving isn't going to be a bad thing. Let's see what happens. Let me see if there's anything that just came out. Hold on. What do we had talked about today? 10:30, we had Dallas Fed Service Index. That was at 10:30 though. 19 minutes go by and only now they react. I doubt it. 11:30, we're going to have the 6-week bill auction. And then 2 o'clock is the FOMC minutes. So it might have just been just a little bit of volume popping in to buy. I don't think that was news related. Maybe. Let me look at SPY, see if there's anything on the news wire. I don't see anything yet. If anybody has Benzinga, let me know what that burst was. If you see something, say something. And I'm going to leave my stop there at 275. I'm not going to push it back down this time because I'll lock in what I made, even though I could technically bring it up to VWAP. But if it pulls back and stops me out, so be it. Contracts are only up $10. Down 40. Let's watch it get stopped out. Oh, this is definitely going to stop me out here. But now let's reevaluate for my call lovers, right? That was a very, very, very bullish candle, right? Popped up. First one's almost going to get taken out. 273 is the next one, but we have VWAP to contend with. We have the 200 to contend with. So a safe little bet, but if this momentum carries me past VWAP in the 200, but I would wait for that 273 on Apple to see if this is going to be a bullish run or a push back to the upside. But that candle that bounced really, really violently, I would say that is that something just took place. Somebody might have said something, but we're going to see if this is going to continue. Or just maybe they just wanted to buy in at 272.50 area.
SPY is also rebounding, just FYI.
Okay, there you go. I should be stopped out of this one, and that's okay. Still made money. Should have took the warning from David. David left too. Not that he anticipated that, but I should have done the same thing and started taking one at a time. 273, folks, on Apple. So let's just take a look at the overall market. We have AMD doing the same exact thing. We got Google doing the same thing. IWM somewhat. We got Netflix. NVIDIA did the same.
SPY.
Open. Yep. Soxel and SPY. And Tesla did not. So, but overall, we got the same kind of reaction across the board on some of these stocks. So let's see if this plays out to be something worth trading to the upside. But again, your indicators are all jacked up to the downside. So at least get yourself over 273.25 or a confirmation weight above that and hold above that. Okie dokie. Okay, smoky.
These are the kind of days where you get fooled, though. It looks like it's to the downside, but it's really choppy.
Yeah.
You can really get fooled because then you keep entering to the downside. Next thing you know, it pulls back just enough to scare you back out of it. And then it goes down more, right? then it pulls back. It's seemingly as soon as you get in it, you get out again for another loss, then it keeps continuing to the downside. Anybody going through that this morning?
I was trying to avoid that.
Uh-huh.
I'm being burned so many times by Apple.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna wait. I got calls queued up, but I'm gonna wait. 273. We got the first. Now we're retesting the second. Now we just need that VWAP and 200. But I'm gonna wait here patiently. Only because it's now inside that. We're still inside the channel from the pre-market. So
yeah, we may go back to visit the top level again, 273.50.
And also I was also getting tired of looking at that trade, but you notice that VWAP is right there. So if I, had my stop set like slightly above VWAP, then I could probably still stay in the trade, right? In that original trade. But since I kept the stop a little bit tighter, of course I'm gonna get myself stopped out. But I did say to myself before 273 was gonna be my out, or if I broke and hold the 273, which clearly did not do that. Not yet, at least. So, and it goes back to if I'm trading by myself and I'm not live to everyone, and I don't have to walk myself or talk myself on a microphone. These are things that I'm looking at where I'm gonna stay in trades a little bit longer not that I needed. I'm gonna stay because I do need to stay in a little bit longer just to see. But VWAP below VWAP is still bearish, right? So. Luxie with all the call outs. We've seen that pattern before. So unless you're trading it, not that I'm going to complain because the algorithm is so low right now on TikTok. We only got 36 viewers, but in the future, once we get going, you don't have to spam the chat with all the different call outs because a person can only focus on one ticker at a time. So. But I'm going to let you know that I've seen that pattern before with other users posting all a bunch of tickers. We're not going to chase every single ticker. So. I say the same thing for our members as well. If they're calling out 5 or 6 different stocks at a time, that's fantastic that the stocks are doing what they're doing, but we're not going to be able to trade every single stock. So. If you see a good one, by all means, call it out. But NVIDIA, Qs, SPY, NVIDIA, AMD, Apple. You can have a squirrel moment. Squirrel.
Squirrel.
Squirrel. Oh, look at that. It's almost 11 o'clock. All right, everybody. Visit us today, americandreamtrading.com. If you're interested in joining our group. It's not just the Zoom calls. We have other content and material available to review, learn about stock market trading. We have hundreds and hundreds of videos on demand. We have VIP training videos, gold replays, and we also trade futures and crypto in our other Zoom call that we have that's currently going on live at 8:30 in the morning. We also have a futures section, crypto section. Crypto has been on a little bit of a hiatus. We have 2 members or 2 moderators that kind of oversee crypto. And last 2 meetings were canceled. But we will be coming back strong in 2026 with those meetings being held once a week. And sometimes we get extra crypto meetings as well. So Apple, look at Apple, 273. 273 at VWAP as well. But yeah, if you're interested, let us know. Sign up. Come join us in our free Discord. We have a free Traders Lounge as well that you can communicate with us if you have any questions. And then today is Tuesday, so for all new members, we have an onboarding process. You'll also receive a welcome email with all the steps on how to get started, setting up your systems, setting up your Zoom accounts, and all the wonderful things. And today's onboarding, actually, correction, Miranda, I think rescheduled it for Friday for onboarding. So need to make sure that those things are corrected in the events calendar if they haven't been already, also on the Zoom, because I have to change the bot as well, so it doesn't post the link. So hopefully those changes were made if you did decide to move it to Friday. So if you can hear me, Miranda. Anyway, that's gonna be it. Dawn, you got any final thoughts?
No, just remember January 22nd at 4 p.m. We're going to have the free workshop. Start your day trading journey, taking it back to the basics. For anybody that's brand new, go ahead and make sure you share that information with them. And yeah, that's about it. Thank you for joining us.
We'll see you tomorrow, same bat time, same bat channel.
Are you going to end it or you want me to end it?
I can end it if, well, actually, no, I'm not